All right, so we have example one here. All right, we have our national income here, we have the consumption here, and we have the savings here. Okay, remember, all of this is coming from the formula Y income equals consumption plus savings. All right, yes. So we've got these questions which we need to look at here. All right, the first one is here is calculate the marginal propensity to consume. Okay, how likely you are to spend your money when you get it. Okay, colleagues, how likely you are to spend your money when you get it. Okay, so marginal propensity to consume, this is the formula here. Change in consumption over change in income. Okay. So you're going to pick 2 points, okay, for the change in consumption and change in income. So we're going to pick these 2 points here. You can pick any two of your liking from the table, okay? Yes. So we've got our national income, the old one, which is 0, and the new one, which is 100. All right. So we'll call this one Y1 and Y2. Y1, Y2. Okay, then consumption here, C1 and C2. Okay, so when we say change in consumption over change in income, what we're basically saying is Y2, consumption C2 minus C1 over Y2 minus Y1. Okay, colleagues? Yes. So C2, 150. C1, 75. Y2, 100 over Y1, 0. So you're going to say 150 minus 75 over 100 minus 0. All right. And then you're going to get 150 minus 75. You're going to get 75. 100 minus 0, that is 100. So 75 divided by 0 is 0.75. Any questions? This is money. Yes, this is money. Formula into the table. Okay, sure. Sure, sure, madam. Sure, sure. Okay. Next, marginal propensity to save. Okay, so you can use the shortcut method. You can just say, okay, MPS plus MPC equals 1. Already have MPC. Okay, so you can say MPS equals 1 minus MPC, 1 minus Our marginal propensity to consume is 0.75. Okay, 1 minus 0.75, you get 0.25. Okay, that is one way you can do it. Colleagues, are we okay with this way? Okay, the other way you can do it, okay, you pick 2 points again, all right? So we say here in our table, this will be S1, S2. Okay, so marginal propensity to save, change in savings over change in income. You can say, or change in savings so this will be S2 minus S1. S2 is negative 50, S1 is negative 75. So you say negative 50 minus negative 75 over 100 minus 0. Remember, y2 was 100, y1 is 0. Okay, so negative 50 minus negative 75, this negative and negative make positive. So negative 50 plus 75, you're going to get 25. 100 minus 0, 100. 25 divided by 100, 0.25. Any questions? Consumer friendly? Is this consumer friendly? Madam Lavette, is this consumer friendly? Mr. Dennis, consumer friendly? Mr. Nelson? Okay. But wait, when you say we are following, does that still mean consumer friendly or not? Because sometimes they say we are. Mr. Emmanuel, you're not following? Do not worry, I'm recording. Okay. Okay. No, well, the more we practice these questions, the better, okay? Question 3, derive the consumption function in the form C equals A plus BY. Okay. So B, remember, this is the marginal propensity to consume. All right. And A is our autonomous consumption. So autonomous consumption happens when income is zero. Spending when your income is zero. Okay. This means money that you've borrowed to spend or money you collect that you've saved. Okay. The money that you've hidden, which you've buried somewhere. When you have no income, then that money you buried somewhere, you use it. Okay. So 75 is our autonomous consumption. Our marginal propensity to consume is 0.75. Okay. So our consumption function is here. C equals 75 plus 0.75. Why? Okay, colleagues? Any questions? Okay. Remember, consumption function shows the relationship between spending and income. Then they say derive the savings function in the form S equals negative A, open brackets 1 minus B. Okay. So, colleagues, once you have your consumption function, you can also get your savings function. Okay. Remember, this 75, just make it negative, negative 75 plus. This 1 minus B is the marginal propensity to save, which we already have here 0.25. Okay. Or you can just say this 1 minus 0.75. Okay. You still get 0.25. Why? Any question? Mhm. It is, madam. Yes. Yes. You never find in a book it's written like this, like a MPCY. No, 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 no. So you need to remember B is MPC. Okay. Then 1 minus B MPS. Right, colleagues? And never write your answer like that. A plus MPCY or negative A plus MPSY. Okay. Yes. Any questions? Okay, so this part, find the level of income where savings equals zero. Yeah, so remember this formula, Y equals C plus S. Savings equals zero, so Y equals C. So this C, we're going to replace it with our consumption function. Let me bring this tabulation beside. Okay, since saving is zero, so we're going to say Y equals consumption function. Okay. This C has been replaced with the consumption function. Okay. So this is just algebra, colleagues. All right. Grouping like terms together. This 0.75y crosses over the equal sign. 1 minus y minus 0.75y. Colleagues, take this as 1y. Okay, colleagues? 1y. Okay. So 1y minus 0.75y, you get 0.25y equals 75. All right. Then to get the value of y, you're going to say 75 mm-hmm, 75. Yes, yes. That's Mr. Foster. Welcome back. So 75 divided by 0.25, I believe it's 300. Just checking our calculators. 75 divided by 0.25. Is it 300? Any questions? Remember, this Y represents the income of the nation, okay? Every time when you find the value of Y, just know that that Y represents national income. Okay, if income increases by 300 kwacha, by how much does consumption increase? All right, so we come back here. MPC equals change in C, change in consumption. Okay, change this triangle C, change in consumption over change in income. All right, so we're trying to find out, because the questions ask us, how much does consumption increase? So you make change in C the subject of the formula. Okay, so change in C is going to equal to the marginal propensity to consume multiplied by the change in income, change in Y. So remember, marginal propensity to consume was 0.75. Change in Y, income has increased by 300. So 0.75 times 300, 225 kwacha. So consumption increases by 225 kwacha.